Hi, folks. District Governor John coming to you again today with another Rotary vlog. This one is a very exciting edition. We're talking to one of our, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So, Ed Hauk, who is on the screen with us today, is going to introduce another person who is very excited to talk to us today about something that's happening through our district, because of our district, but maybe not in our district. Ed, why don't you share a little bit about who you are, what you do when you're not doing Rotary, and then what you are doing with the district for the district?
Okay, John, District Governor John, thank you. I am currently retired, so Rotary is my main activity outside of keeping myself safe. I have the distinct honor of being the district chair for selecting a Global Grant Scholar each year on behalf of District 7390. And we're here today with Emily Voris, who was selected by our committee in February and is our outstanding and outgoing Rotary Global Grant Scholar for the 2020-2021 academic year. And she's at the University of Sussex in Brighton, England. So I'll turn it over to Emily.
Hi, everyone. My name is Emily, and I am here to talk to you a little bit about how I came to be a Rotary Scholar, as well as what this opportunity is giving me and what I hope it will lead to in the future. A little bit about myself. I am originally from rural Maryland, but I actually went to school at Dickinson College in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And my experience prior to going to Dickinson, as well as Dickinson, really has shaped who I am and why I'm here. So I'll start a little bit on how I got to Dickinson. And specifically, before I attended college, I took a gap year where I was volunteering in Malawi, which is in East Africa. And I was working at a school for the deaf for 8 months. In that experience, I was able to become really close with some local families and helped out in their harvest season, helped with preparation for storing different foods, as well as learning how to cook the food in their cultural ways. And in that experience, I learned a lot about their own methods of mitigating food insecurity, as well as how they have to deal with different forms of malnutrition. So when I returned back to the States and went to Dickinson, I was really interested in a degree that would allow me to explore narratives and community experiences, whether that was related to nutrition or other cultural phenomenon. So I got a degree in anthropology, which taught me a lot more about how we can use research to benefit local communities, as well as ensuring that our research is incorporating those voices and those perspectives front and center. In addition to that, Dickinson helped support me do research in Kenya while I was a student. So I worked with a research organization in Kenya that was also doing nutrition work. And I was able to work with them and learn how development and nutrition interventions were occurring with research organizations, as well as learn more about the partnerships and relationships between Kenyan-based agricultural institutes as well as international institutes. So following that big experience, I knew that I wanted to do something related to nutrition and something related to community empowerment and community engagement. So I actually ended up working for the University of Maryland Extension as a project leader and a nutrition educator, working with organizations such as food pantries, schools, farmers markets to implement both policies and programs that helped families and students choose healthier options, as well as just empower them to make healthier choices, and in an effort to reduce chances of obesity and other malnutrition related instances. Then this brought me to Rotary. I was actually talking to another student that I graduated with from Dickinson, who had gone through Rotary and had earned a degree in development related work. And I had at that point looking for kind of opportunities to pursue a career that was more international, that was really focused again on this community effort. And I wasn't sure how to go about that. And through that kind of recommendation to reach out to Rotary, I learned a lot more about the Rotary Scholarship, as well as their mission in humanitarian work and their commitment to kind of making a global change while also focusing on local efforts and community-based efforts. So all of that kind of fit into what I already wanted to do and what I hope to do in the future. So I applied through Rotary, went through that process, and was very excited to hear that I was accepted as a scholar. And now, what am I doing now with this wonderful opportunity? I am at the University of Sussex, which is in the south of England in Brighton, and I am doing a master's in food and development. So this program is split between the Global Studies Department and the Institute of Development Studies, which is the #1 research institute of global development globally. So great opportunity. And my studies are all about the complexity of the food system. We are kind of learning about food politics, how that shapes individuals' access to food, shapes who is producing our food, who is capitalizing on certain aspects of our food system. And then I'm also learning more about development work, what interventions have worked, what things haven't worked. How can we encourage participatory methods where we are encouraging the communities to lead the charge in terms of certain initiatives, as well as sustainable development. So how do we create interventions or policies that are going to really make a change in the long term with respect to both local communities as well as the environmental impacts that our world is currently trying to navigate. So I'm hoping to do a dissertation related to our global food chains and how global value and food chains really can be used to improve malnutrition, as well as a tool that can demonstrate the different actors and the different processes and systems that really influences nutrition outcomes. So a kind of big systematic way of how can we change certain things to support the community in producing positive nutrition outcomes rather than issues of famine or food insecurity. And hopefully after this degree, I'll get a job within the development sector and be working on the ground initiatives to make sure that those nutrition interventions are including that systematic view, but also are designed to be community-led and culturally appropriate through the whole design, start and finish.
That's an amazing. So first of all, you are the youngest looking 60-year-old I've ever met. Holy smokes, have you jammed a whole lot of things into a short period of time? That's just amazing. So first, Ed, I want to thank you. You've done an incredible job year after year of finding these incredible people for us to put our support behind. And we know that our future is better because we're supporting these young folks, right?
Yeah, and I would just add that what we're really looking for in Rotary is people who are interested not only in a Rotary area focus. In Emily's case, it's been called economic and community development. Now they call it growing local economies. But we are looking for people who want to make a career in that area. And we're so proud of Emily, and we just know she's going to have a successful career in that area.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing what I think that she's going to do. And when she joins the Rotary Club, wherever she lands, she'll actually be able to go ahead and get grant money, maybe tied to those areas of interest, and be able to facilitate through Rotary some of the work that she wants to get done, even in and around the job that she's going to hold. So, Emily, just an amazing thing. So you're in the middle of your exam period. You're going through classes now. You have exams after the holidays. Is that right?
Yep. So I just 2 weeks ago or a week ago, I finished kind of our halfway point of our midterms and heading towards the final couple weeks of classes, and then onto our final papers for these courses. And then we start next semester on a whole new set, as well as our dissertation through January to next September.
That's fantastic. So you'll be out of school then. You'll be graduating when?
So our official kind of end date for our program is September 2021. So I guess that is about a little over 9 months.
9-10 months, yeah.
So
how is COVID impacting you? Have you been able to, are you mostly online at this point? How is that working?
yeah, so we're mostly online. The UK is actually currently in a lockdown, so we are completely online right now. When we started the semester, it kind of depended on courses, on the modules. So each lecturer kind of decided, okay, this is how many students I have, and how can I safely teach? So I have had one module where we have been able to meet in person for our lectures because she's able to get a big lecture hall. Everyone is spread out, masks, and we can meet that way. The rest of my seminars are often through Zoom. But one thing the school has done, which has been, I think, making the best of what we have, is they have a big study space that you can book. And so they will allow kind of small groups to get together. So that's how we've met. I've met some of my course mates that way. And also still kind of gives us the feel that studying in a university space helps kind of make you be more productive, and it has the feel of, oh, I'm actually in school rather than sitting on my computer at home. So that's how it's working right now. And we're hopeful that post the holidays that we'll maybe have some more in-person groups, but we'll see. And it will obviously depend on our how many people are in our courses to make that safe.
Is there anything that you would offer to people who may be watching this, who may be applying for the grant that you got through Rotary? Is there any kind of comment? I'm kind of throwing you this out of left field, but is there anything that you would offer to them if they're watching in how to apply or what to do that you feel helped you win the grant?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is being able to effectively communicate your passions and your drive in whatever area of interest. And that, I think, in a way makes it less scary, because if you are able to talk about who you are and how that fits into what your passions are in relation to your career, as well as connecting that to Rotary's mission, it comes off, it makes your job easier because you're like, oh yeah, I can talk about this for days. But also it makes you more approachable, and it makes individuals that maybe don't know that area of focus more easily. It makes it more easy for them to understand where you're coming from and see where you're going to go from there.
Makes sense.
So I think it's narrowing down what those interests are and why you're passionate, and just working to effectively communicate that to other people. And that will also set you up for success.
That makes a lot of sense. Ed, if you are, I know you're currently taking applications. Am I right about this for next year?
Yes, we're currently seeking applications with a deadline in January, mid-January. And we're hopeful to have interviews in February in some way, shape, or form, still to be determined.
Gotcha. So, Ed, how do they reach out to you, or can they just come through Melissa at the district office if they're interested in putting an application in? To get more information.
We have all the information on the District 739. Give me the website address.
Rotary7390.org.
Yeah, all the information is there. I suggest that people contact me first to discuss what it is they're interested in doing. And, you know, with our emphasis on areas of focus, I just want to head off people who maybe are, looking to study English literature, and that's not what we want to do. And So we don't want to put people through a lot of unnecessary work, but sort of qualifying to begin with.
Mm-hmm. And we have a new area of interest this year starting July 1, right? Will that one be part of what you're looking at?
Yes, the environmental area, a long overdue addition to Rotary's areas of focus.
Couldn't agree more. That's fabulous. How would they reach out to you if I'm watching this video and I've never met you before? How do I get a hold of you to talk through what may or may not be a vetting of what I'm trying to do?
Well, email address, my first and last name's reversed, HAUCKEDWARD @gmail.com, or call me at 717-293-8687.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Emily, is there a way that people can track what you're doing? Do you have a vlog going or a Facebook page, or can we see, not that you want to give out your personal Facebook page, but is there anywhere we can see your progress?
I haven't started a vlog as of yet. It is something I've thought about because I have had a vlog when I was in Malawi and Kenya, so it might be a progression to what I'm doing now. I'm also happy to talk to people about the process or about my experience through email, which is evoris@gmail, EVOORIS@gmail.com. And I can also be found on LinkedIn. I use that as a platform for my professional world. So that's just my first name, Emily, and my last name, Voris, V like Victor, OORIS. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only one by that name, so I should be easy to find.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much for that. I know that people who are interested in doing this, they start out at ground zero not knowing. And so being able to talk to you about your experiences and how it's worked. My son was in Malawi, by the way. Every time you bring that up, it makes me smile. He went there on a missions trip and spent a good bit of time there. He very much liked Malawi. It's a beautiful place. So,
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much, both of you, for being on today. Is there anything else that you'd like to share before we kind of wrap it up?
No, I'm good.
I think I'm good too.
We covered it, yeah. It was awesome. You guys are fabulous. Thank you so much again, Ed, for all the work that you do to help these folks take the next step in their career path. It's really having an impact on the world. I know we've had a number of these folks come back and talk at conferences once they're in the world of work and following that work passion. And it gives me chills just to think about the positive things that are happening and how we're supporting making that happen. So, and Emily, thanks for your time. I know it's like 6 hours ahead or 5 hours ahead where you are. So thank you very much for being here, and good luck. Be safe over the holidays. Actually, you're not having holidays. Do you celebrate Thanksgiving where you're sitting, even though you're in England?
Unfortunately not. I'm hoping to cook a Thanksgiving meal for my flatmates on Saturday. So I can't find canned pumpkin anywhere, which is very sad, but making do otherwise.
Check out Amazon. Do they deliver there, maybe?
I'll have to check.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for being here, both of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. And for anyone else who's interested in, has an area of passion or would like to do a vlog with us, just reach out to me or through Melissa, our district secretary, and I'd be happy to schedule 10 or 15 minutes to share out what your area of passion is, what your area of Rotary is, so that others can learn and maybe grow through it. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day.